Hey, it's Cece here. Some of y'all know me as Mom. This is my artist name. Here doing an interview at Grade A Studios. I'm about to, keep your shit. You guys about to get to know me a little bit better, and hopefully I get to know you a little bit better.
So you go by Mamas,
Yes, this is my
that's your
stage
artist
name.
name. So like, where did it come from? Like, how did you come up with
Um,
that?
I was a mom at 16, so a lot of my friends who weren't parents at that time, they would just call me mamas. Just kind of, I was the mama of the group. Um, that's where it kind of came about.
How would you describe your music style?
Mm, Versatile, very diverse. Depends on the mood, the beat, just whatever comes to mind at that time.
And who are your biggest influences in the music industry? Do you have any influences?
I mean, as far as growing up, an influence for me
Yeah.
would have been like Mary J. Blige, Whitney Houston. I would say Michael Jackson to an extent, music wise. But growing up to where I got older, I would say more so like Kelly Clarkson and Christina Aguilera.
And how old were you when you first started rapping?
Rapping, just recently, actually, about 8 months ago. Honestly, I've always been into music since I was a kid.
Okay.
I started writing poetry at a young age, and then I just turned it into lyrics after that.
Where are you from?
I was born in San Diego. I was raised in Los Angeles, and then I did do a little bit of time in the IU, the Inland Empire.
What's the best thing about being an artist?
Being able to touch other people and inspire them and relate to them, I think. Being able to connect on a different level that you can't really connect with other people.
What do you hope people take away from your music as they listening to it?
A story that to not ever give up, no matter what you've been through, no matter where you're from, you're headed in any direction that you put your mind to. There's nothing that can move you from your passion.
So where do you see yourself in the next 5 years or 10 years or in 20 years, if you can really think that far?
5 years, I would say definitely somewhere solidified in the music industry or the production industry, inspiring people, being able to influence things, give people wisdom, help people where it's needed, where people think it's least needed. The next 20 years, hopefully retired, having grandkids, kids in college, and just settled, have a foundation that's already built.
How do you stay motivated and inspired to continue to create music?
My kids, I've always been into music, but I definitely use today's day in music as a motivation for them to show them that doesn't matter the age, the race, the situation, background, you always have the opportunity to keep pushing. And even if you don't get to where you need to be or where you want to be, you've made it further than where you initially started.
And what do your tattoos and piercings mean to you?
Um, Honestly, tattoos and piercings for me, every time I would go through a trauma in my life, I would kind of go act out on adding something to my body, whether it's a breakup or just a mishap, just any type of trauma. So it's just pain from my past, but it's added up and it's became me. And I just love it. Artwork in itself.
And what do you like to do in your free time outside of music?
Mm, Sleep, smoke, chill with my friends. I mean, if I'm not working or I'm not doing music, then just pretty much just chill.
And how do you balance and maintain your privacy life in the public eye as being an artist?
I only put out my music, not my business, and I like to keep people confused. People who do know me know I'm a shit talker, so I'm funny. So I put those type of things out, and I keep my emotions and my situations to myself when I close doors.
So in this day and age, the internet is very huge, for artists right now. Well, it's always been huge for artists. How do you deal with the haters and the trolls that's on the internet?
I mean, it doesn't matter. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. I feel like it's up to you if you want to take that opinion and take it into a negative or a positive context. And what you do with it is what you do with it. I personally don't feed into it. Have I felt some type of way about situations? Yeah, but what is it gonna do?
Right. And do you have any upcoming projects that people can be excited about? Your fans.
I'm about to start working on a new EP. I haven't dropped an EP since I first dropped my first songs. when I first got back into music. So that's a project that I'm working on and just trying to figure out a vision board, I guess. See where I'm headed, my opportunities, my options, and where my strong points and skills will lead me. So my next project is for me to figure out where my next project's going to be, and for you guys, it's going to be my next EP.
So what is something that people would be surprised to know about you?
I mean, lots of things. Look at my image for one. You probably think the worst of the worst, and you would never ever know that I have credentials. You know, I'm very intellectually intelligent. I'm motivated. I'm driven. I'm totally different from what I look like.
How do you approach, writing your music? Like, as an artist, people write lyrics. Like, how do you approach it when you're creating
Initially,
music?
I was writing. I'll go off of whatever the beat name was or whatever the beat felt that I was feeling at that moment. That the beat gave me. I usually would write, but now like I got into, the momentum of freestyling. Working with my engineer, my manager, and trying to switch up the pace a little bit.
And have you ever dealt with creative block, artist block? You ever
Yes.
dealt with that before?
Yeah, when I first got back into music, I definitely could not write a song to save my life. It would just get stuck. But practice was perfect.
And who does produce your beats for your music?
Kondo Crankin is one of my biggest producers, and I have also Shooter Mac is a big person who definitely does give me a lot of beats, and they kind of just come from everywhere. Just a lot of people show me love all over. The country, the world.
And is there any artists out there in the world that you would like to collaborate with in the future?
That's a good one. I would probably say, honestly, that is definitely a good one. Maybe what is his name? Is it Polo G?
Polo G.
I really like his music.
Shout out Polo G.
I think that's it right now.
That's it, just
know.
Polo G?
Still
All right.
trying to figure it out. I just, got home a little over a year ago. So
Yeah, it's all good.
Music to me is what was mainstream back then.
So, what's the best advice someone's ever given you?
It's easy. Have confidence in yourself. Just do it. Let it out. That's the best advice. Just push. Just be me. Not be insecure about the situation.
What's been your favorite moment of your music career so far?
Favorite moment? I would have to say putting myself in a position to where I have endless support now around me from the music industry and personally. So the team that I'm working with right now, I would say that's probably the highlight of my music career this far.
And how can fans best support you and your music?
Just stream me. Support me by just downloading my music, reposting my songs. That's all we need. Being able to share, network with others, and you might touch somebody that I can't touch, and I might touch somebody you can't touch with just a repost, just conversation.
And where can people find your music online?
I'm on all platforms, iCloud or iTunes, YouTube, Pandora, Spotify, any platform you can find, I'm on there.
And how does your music reflect your personal experiences and beliefs?
It's literally my story. It's a book in the making. It's a practice run for what the book that I'm going to be working on is about to be about.
And is there anything else you would like to share with us?
Honestly, just motivation, just keep pushing like that. I've been up and down. I'm a living example. Please take me as an example. Just believe in yourself, because if you don't do it, nobody's going to do it for you. You just got a little bit of insight on CC, mamas. Again, we're at Grade A Studios. We're sitting here with Kondo Crankin. We're sitting here with So Deaf. And I definitely want to give a big shout out to Pointshootshotem. Point Shoot Shot.